Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Naomi from Pigeon Art and today we're going to be painting. I want to finish that spread that I started in the last video, and I have just the photo for it, which is the photo of our land, and I think it's the right colours to, you know, the muted creamy colours that are also in the other ones. Don't think there's much to say other than straight into it. So I started by blocking out my colours. As you can see, the colours are not quite right. The mustard especially was far too bright, but I will then go back over and make those colours a bit more muted. I had some issues with bits of acrylic paint from my last artwork because I hadn't cleaned the palette, because normally you should be able to just keep using the acrylic paints until you've got a massive layer and then you can just peel it off. It's quite satisfying, but bits of dried acrylic paints were getting caught up in my wet paint that I was trying to use, so that you'll see me picking it off a couple of times. I did struggle to get that cream colour. I wanted it to be closer to the building on the bottom left, but I couldn't get that colour again. Which is funny because I got it twice last time when I was, you know, for the top and for the bottom painting. But anyway. About 18 months ago, Luke and I bought this land near Hobart, and we just love it. It's 100 acres and it's quite hilly. Currently have someone who has 3 of his sheep on there, which is obviously doing a really good job at keeping the grass cut and managed. We need about 200 more sheep, but anyway. At least when we were there a couple of weeks ago, the sheep had pushed down the grass at trails so we could get down to the dam no problems, whereas the grass tends to get to sort of waist height in summer. If anyone has paint mixing suggestions, I always find it's not properly mixed because It's still on my paintbrush unmixed. Even though I do turn the brush pushing against the palette, it never seems to work, like get it all off the paintbrush. So please, if you have any suggestions, I would love to know them. I stupidly forgot to gesso for all 3 of those paintings on this spread, so it took a lot more paint. Kept having to remix paint to finish, especially with that the field, the colour of the grass. I had to remix that paint multiple times. So here, this is what happens when you go over paint that hasn't been properly dried. I actually picked up a bit of paint there, so I needed to move on to something else and let it dry. You'll actually see me get my hairdryer out to speed up the process because I didn't want my paints to dry on my palette. Now that the paint has dried properly, I can go over that spot and not peel up any more paint. Still having those little bits of dried acrylic paint being spread onto my page. So I ended up putting a lot of layers in. It's just basically my usual keep adding paint until it looks okay and how you want it method, which isn't really a method, but yeah, it seems to work for me. When you do a mistake like that one, you don't panic. You just get a bit of water, spread it out, and then go back to the first colour in the first place. All in all, I'm pretty happy with that spread. It wasn't perfect, and I certainly think I could have done a better job if I was spent more time on them and everything, but I'm really happy with them. It's a really nice little memory of our holiday, and I actually am almost finished with my sketchbook. Stay tuned, I might do a sketchbook tour, we'll see. But I don't know, there's a lot of personal paintings in there, or drawings that I don't really want to share. There's a drawing of my niece and things like that. There are also drawings that I've done using references and not necessarily free domain ones, so I don't know if I'm going to have any issues with sharing that on my YouTube channel. I decided to show a time lapse again, this time from above, to see which one works better and what I prefer for next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out. I upload most Sundays with art, DIY and sewing videos, and I hope to see you then. Bye!